Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Georgiana with Expressions Craft Studio, and we are still working on the ABC April 2025 Junk Journaling Challenge, where we're going to use a different letter of the alphabet every day except for Sundays. Those are free days. I don't know if it's cheating because there are really no rules, but I'm going to be combining this week's video. I'm going to do F, G, H, I, J, and K all in one. That way I can work on some of my other stuff while I'm at it. So I'll be marking off all of those at the end of this video. What I've decided to work with, since we're starting with F, is I'm going with, it's fabric, but it's also felt. So I'm using both of those. Fabric and felt. I was going to do a flower, but I just couldn't make it go with some of the other stuff I was doing. So I switched midstream and I'm using fabric and felt. Now I'm also going grunge. And there will be some glue involved, so I can go ahead and circle that. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit and still keep it. There we go. I'm going with heart because I just really I couldn't come up with anything else for what the kind of project I'm working on, because if you've seen the previous videos, you know that I'm creating these vintage or antique letters or correspondence for your junk journals. So I'm going to make another one of those today. I intended to use some sheets I'd previously printed, but that really wasn't working out with my pulling everything together, so that's why I ended up with heart. I found a heart which also has key and keyhole. It's going to be a journal page, so I've already circled that. And it's going to be an insert for a junk journal, or it's got an illustration on it, and it's kind of interactive even. So I'm gonna circle that one too. So I'll show you the image I ended up with, and I will even share that. If I remember, I will put this out on my Ko-fi page, and I'll put the link below. Basically, I use some of my coffee stained paper. I always want to say tea first. I don't have tea in the house even. I do have coffee for guests. I don't drink it, neither does hubby, but we have it. So it's coffee stained or coffee dyed paper. So I used a sheet of that. I used this background of keys, which you may not be able to see. I think my cat's sneaking in. Yeah. Hi, baby. Yeah, it's been storming here, and she has just been freaked out for days now. Okay, so this background, it's got these keys, and I did change the transparency on this image because I didn't want it dark. I think I bumped it up to like 70%, maybe 75. Let me see if I can find it real quick, just in case anyone's interested. Yep, I did 75 on my transparency for the key background. And then this is an image that I pulled from Creative Fabrica, and I can attach the link for that below as well. And it's got the heart on it, and then there's a key, more keys, and it's grungy, and it's a journaling page. And it will be interactive when we're done. So I think we've covered everything. So I'm going to show you again how to fold these. It's really simple. Because I put it the way I did. Let's see, I don't want to go that way. So I am going to go this way. I know it looks like it's upside down, but that's the way I want it. So at least I think that's the way I want it. So again, we're just going to bring our edges in together to touch. And you kind of want your top and your bottom of your pages to align as well. Just kind of keeps everything nice and straight. Yeah, there we go. We're good. Let's get out our bone folder. Oops. I moved it just a little bit. I want it to come back in. Actually, it's not going to matter as much on this one because we're not going to fold the pocket inside itself. We are going to, we're going to wrap it. All right, so this time I want to bring this heart down like this. Could bring it a little further, I guess. I worried if I was making it too big, but and then I'm just going to fold this one up underneath. And you can fold these however you like. Bring it down a little bit. I want the fold kind of right at the bottom here. I think it needs to come down a little bit more. Yep, that'll work. Okay. So, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to emboss this one. And I think it's fine the way it is. I am going to make a little clasp. I should have grabbed some cardstock. Hold on just a moment. Actually, I decided to use one of these from yesterday. I just think these are so pretty. So this is just a brad. And I need to poke a little hole there. You know what? Somewhere I have this one. Nope, must be this one. Yeah, it just makes a little bitty hole. I don't want to go through all of the layers though. All right. So that's about, well, I guess I could just figure out where center is, couldn't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4 inches, so 2 inches. So yeah, that is right about center there. So I'm just going to punch the tiniest of little holes. Actually, I don't think you can even see it. There it is. I don't even know why I got this. I'm pretty sure it was an accident. I think I thought it was something else, but it works nice for this, I guess. So I'm going to put this through here. And I probably could use some reinforcers on there, but I don't know where mine are. I have some. Okay, I need to, this has got a really awkward bend in it. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to straighten that out. And then push it in at the base there. Let's see if I can make that work for me a little bit better. There we go. All right. I do think I want some kind of hole reinforcers there, but since I don't have any, which that would have been a good H as well, wouldn't it? Hole reinforcer. You know what? I'm going to look for those. All right. Instead of looking for my hole reinforcers, I just picked up my hole reinforcer punch, and hopefully I can line this up. All right, let me turn it around. That might help. Wow. This cardstock doesn't want to come out of there. Oh, it made it. It did cut it. All right, let's see if we can do one more. It's a little bit big though, isn't it? Let's hold on here. All right, I'm going to use this hole punch, this 3/4 inch hole punch. And I know it's going to be a little bit big, but I think that's going to be okay. I'll just save just that little piece there and get rid of the rest. Okay, so now I'm going to grab this hole punch and try to find the center here. I'm going to come down here. I like it when I don't have any breaks in my lines. Okay. Let's try that then. So I'm just lining that up. I don't know if you can see that, not really. And maybe I can do this one at the same time. You just like that, line them up and use it that way. Oh, that'll work. All right, I'm not going to use that because that hole's way too big. I'm going to use this instead. Just trying to put that back in my cart there. So I've got 2 of them. And I'm going to put one on each side. Before I do that, let me just push this through here. Make sure it fits. Okay. That will work. And that will work. All right, so I think I want to distress the edges of these a little bit, so let me grab something here. All right, so what I've decided to do, my distressing involves foil. So we have another F word, and I'm just looking for some of my gold scraps. Yeah. And I'm going to take and put a little bit of glue just around. I just want to do the edges really, because you're not going to see most of it. So just rubbing that foil on. Might not have got enough glue on there. I didn't. All right, let me try that again. I was trying so hard to just keep it on the edge that I didn't even get it on the top at all. Okay, I'll use my bone folder here to really press that on. Now, can you see that little hint of gold foil? Might show it better on the paper here. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm going for. So I'm going to do the same thing to this other one. And it doesn't matter what side. So just a little bit of glue stick. This is something I learned from Genevieve Designs, I think is the name of the channel. I'll try and link it below. She makes a lot of fabulous stuff too. you can see the writing. So this is just a scrap of foil. I used it for some tags or Christmas sentiments. And I'd always heard people say save your scraps, but I don't have toner sheets to use them on, and I don't want to use my printer to make toner sheets, so I didn't really understand the point of it until I saw Genevieve doing this with it. And I thought that was the most interesting thing of all, just to give a slight little antiquing to your work. Yeah. All right, so that's good. So now what I want to do, I'm going to find my piece of paper here. And there's my hole. So I'm going to glue one on the back right over the other hole. Trying to grab just a little bit of stuff here. All right, so I'm going to add this one. Just going to put a fair amount of glue over there because I don't want it to come off. And we'll find my hole there, line that up as best I can. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, so that's one hole reinforcer. And we'll do this one on this side. I do want to unfold that though, just because I don't want it getting glue on it. And this one will go right over that hole. Oh, there we go. Like so. So add some more glue. Yes, baby. My cat has been so unhappy since these storms have been happening, and I'm recording it toward the tail end of the storms, but we still do have them. I just get that in the right spot. Don't know if it's going to let me go. Just looking for the cap, because if I don't put the cap on it and the pin in it, I'm going to get glue everywhere. Okay, so I think I'm going to punch this again since I didn't line that up as well as I thought I did. I'll go down from the top. There we go. Yeah, it's not too bad. So then I'm going to put this on there. And I do want I don't know if I need one this thick. This is pretty thick. So let me see about, let's just use this piece of paper here. That's probably not thick enough. All right, let me try. Let me fold it a couple of times. Oh, that's way too much. Okay, let me do it this way. Just trying to keep this from going all the way down. That's too much. I guess I had it better the first time. All right, so now I'm going to flip that over and try to get these teeth open up. Can't get my fingernail in there. Oh, all right. Let's try a pokey tool. Let's do this one. Let's should not be this hard. I got them so well lined up. There we go. I couldn't get my fingers or my fingernail down in there. Okay, that'll work. Pull that out of there. I just like to bend them backwards if I can, so that you don't get that little flare out. I think that's as good as I'm going to get that though. Alright, so put that back up there. Alright, so let's give it a fold it up. And put that back. Oh, looky there. That's so pretty. I love that. And that gold underneath it kind of shows that it shows I didn't get it centered. But, you know, oh well. So you're probably wondering what these little felt hearts are for. Well, I put away my brown, but you know, yesterday I said I really wanted to use this blue thread, and I think that's a nice pop of color. So that's what we're going to do if I can find the end. This is some of my mother's old floss. There it is. Found it. She's been gone 10 years, so this is older than that. Alright, I'm going to take that out of there because that's just making this harder than it needs to be. So I'm going to go, and it is variegated, so it's got a variety of colors in it. Alright, so I'm going to make that. I'm going to double this like I did yesterday, or in the last video. Time is very fluid around here. Okay, get some scissors, give it a trim, and do I want to do it by looping that over, or let me think here. I think we'll do it the same way we did it. We'll just loop that over that brad, that beautiful brad, and we will tie it. There we go. I'm just trying to get this string separated. Might have made it too long, but I can't take this stuff with me when I leave this world, so I might as well use it up. Oh, I don't have any immediate plans for leaving this world, but should he call, oops, I bumped you, I'm so sorry about that. Should he call, I'm ready to go. Let's see, trying to get you restrained out a little bit. Especially with the state of affairs that we find ourselves in currently. It's funny, I know there are still lots of good people in this world. My husband and I just watched What Would You Do this morning, and it had me crying because there are still so many good people in this world. We gotta speak up. Alright, so now we're gonna wrap. Oop, I don't want to wrap it too tight. This is a thinner paper, so it doesn't quite need, let's see. My finger keeps getting caught in the thread, so let's see here. I'm wondering if I should kind of twist it all up together before I do what I'm going to do next. What's the matter, Gypsy? Somebody outside? I want to spin that twice. I still could have used a little extra room in there. Okay, so now I'm going to glue these hearts on the end of this string. So I'm going to flip it over so it's flat. And I think I will put a little knot in there just to kind of help it not slip out once it's glued. I don't know if that'll help, but in my mind it will. Alright, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to flip this away. And we're going to add some glue. I probably could have cut this out of cardstock, but I was so determined to use fabric. And then I realized that my fabric was felt. It's a double F. Try and line that up. I should have probably cut that. Let me do that. I don't need it sticking out the bottom. And then we'll add some more glue there. What you doing, Gypsy? She's kind of cooing almost. I don't know if you can hear her in the middle of all the meows. Bye-bye. Alright, put the pen back in that. Let this glue sit for a minute. It looks like I got some. Oh no, I moved my felt. Seems like it's not catching hold like I would like it to. Maybe I just need to give it a minute here to dry. So I'm going to wind this back up. Oops. Put my binding needle back in there and hope that dries nicely. So, whoops, back in the picture. So we've got our little heart dangle, and we've already gone over all the words, so I won't make you listen to all that again, but isn't that cute? And it's a journal page, so it's just unfolds and lots of writing space. Let me zoom back out. Oops, wrong way. So you've got all this writing space, a full page on the back, and you can even write on the front if you want. You know what? I do think it needs a little bit of antiquing or aging. So let me grab my ink real quick. So I is also for ink. We are covering lots of different options in our letters for this week. Look to get it from the front and the back. I could do a little bit more over here. Oh, I want to get the bottom of this as well. And obviously this is optional. It's up to you whether you want to do all that, but I do think it helps. I like it especially with the embossing because it really makes the embossing stand out, but we're not embossing this one today. Alright, so there you have it. We're going to wrap it up and go around our brad there. We've got our little heart at the end. I probably could have made that a little shorter, but that's okay. So there we go. There you have it. Oops. So zoom back in, move it over. There you go. So we've got I said I wasn't going to do this, but here we go. So we got fabric, which is the felt, so a double F there. We got the grungy look, and of course we used glue. We also used some gold foil. Foil is also, you know what, I'm going to write that down before I forget. We also used some foil. We used gold for the gold foil. We got the hearts, 2 hearts for hardware, and I thought of another H, but maybe not. And then we've got ink for the eye, as well as it's interactive. We have an illustration on here, and it's an insert for a junk journal. And then it's also a journaling page, and we have our keys is on the background and on the image itself. So there you go. There's our week 2, which is not the way they're doing it. They're doing it every day, but I can't do it every day. I got other stuff I got to do, even though I think it's a really cool challenge. I got other stuff I'm working on, so I thought I had that in screen. All right, so there you have it. I'm trying to get it to where I'll be able to get a good picture. There we go. So this is our, once again, we're doing the antique letters or antique correspondence was a video that I saw from Natasha with treasure books, but we're doing it for the ABC April 2025 challenge with or from Margaret with 7 Plaza and Tony. I don't remember who Tony's with, but yeah, and I think, and I've decided I am going to give these away at the end of the contest. Now I won't have 26 like I initially thought. I don't know what I'll have, but I'll give away all the ones I've shown. So just include make a comment. So from this point forward, comment on the videos and give me a thumbs up or a like, whatever you want to call it, and we'll get you included in the drawing for this lot of antique letters. This was, and they vary. This was the first one. You know, these weren't all part of the challenge. They're just different ones that we've done. And this was the other one for the challenge. So anyway, like I said, comment and give me a thumbs up. You can share the video if you like. That's not a requirement, but you do need to comment for sure if you want to be entered in the drawing. And guys, until next time, or until the next video, I don't know what that'll be. Oh yes, I do. It's a Cricut video where we've cased a die. Okay, so till next time, guys, I hope you have a happy, crafty day.